Alright, so let's begin the commentary. So I start off the fanfic by introducing the Saiyan race, because Saiyans are awesome. And then you have, this evil tyrant with a lot of power, seeing their talents and using them for his own personal gain. For the intro, I decided to have everything being typed out in letters, but having that just alone would be boring, so I decided to put in some background music and some video. Unfortunately, the video gets in the way. I noticed there were a lot of complaints that, people couldn't exactly read what was going on. And I actually saw this myself, so I posted at the side of the YouTube link what the introduction was saying. That kind of defeats the purpose, you have a video to help things out, but instead it just gets in the way. Yeah, it's not good. So I thought this would be a cool way to introduce the story. Awesome warrior race, conquering planets for a tyrant, and someone creates a bunch of fighters to counter these Saiyans, and then hopefully defeat Frieza. So here I decide to start everything out from the villain's perspective. I just thought it'd be a cool way to start out the story, because a lot of stories start out from the main character's perspective, but I just thought I'd mix it up a little bit. Not because being different's cool, but, I just thought it'd make things pretty interesting. So Kui investigates Earth. Decides to check out the androids, see how tough they are. And then you find something out. Kui can't use his scouter to detect the android. So right now, as you can probably tell, I'm using practice mode. And then I just paused, set the computer to attack me, and then unpaused. But I took that out through video editing, so it looks like nothing happens. Now, I didn't even know that Super 17 was going to find me, so that's to kind of improvise here. The editing here wasn't that smooth, you could definitely tell. Kui rapes Super 17 up the butt, and he runs away. And believe it or not, I just used the exact same footage you saw at the start of this scene. You probably didn't notice, but using the same footage is fun. Yep, so Kui raped Super 17 up the butt, but it did nothing. And this displays a lot of strength from the androids, because if Kui raped a Saiyan up the butt, that Saiyan would die. So, this is the perfect chance to see how strong the Saiyans are. And for Frieza, it's a win-win situation, because if the Saiyans get killed by the androids, then, well, who cares? He can just hire more Saiyans. And if they win, then that means the Saiyans are too strong, and Frieza can personally deal with them. And now we have the leader of the elites, Turles. He looks up towards Frieza's back. That's how high and mighty Frieza is. Yeah, the whole point of Turles being all surprised is that usually the 5 elites don't fight all on the same team, because these guys are pretty much, aside from Frieza, the best warriors in the universe. And now we'll soon begin the epic battle of the two ultimate warrior races, Saiyans and Androids. So Turles still remains the main character for the time being. Unfortunately, Earth is a crapshoot, but what can you do? Epic confrontation between the two leaders. So it seems like the androids are going to win because they know all about the Saiyans. And Turles bloats on about himself and his race. Oh, bird. Oh wow, Turles just one-upped him. I thought this would be a cool way to get everyone in the battle. Just epic teleportation. Super 17 has a point there. And now we begin the epic gang wars. Alright, so I'll be honest here, I was pretty worried that this fanfic wouldn't catch on just because of this insanely long 20-minute battle. But surprisingly enough, it has some of the most views of all my fanfics. I'm not sure why. Maybe people just like to watch humans beat up computer players. Anyway, I'm not gonna subject you through watching this whole battle again, because I don't think even my commentary can really make this battle so much enjoyable to watch the second time. So let's skip ahead. Alright, here we are. Bardock's gonna deliver the finishing blow. It was a long and tough battle, but in the end, the Saiyans won. So here's one thing to think about. This battle, as I already said, I recorded this well before I even thought about making a fanfic. So it's kind of interesting. The outcome of the battle was determined before it was even fought. So imagine this. I could have fought more carefully with Vegeta, and he could have still been alive. Now, how different would the fanfic have been if Vegeta was with these two guys right now? But I didn't mind the end result. You know, the two palm tree-headed Saiyans fighting as a team. And this would actually be a theme I'd be using for quite a bit of the story. Turles and Bardock teaming up. It actually caught on pretty well. I think that's why Episode 2 was still ridiculously popular. I'm not sure why it got as many views as it did, but I'm proud of the work I did there. So now we have Turles reporting back to Frieza. Kind of on the edge of your seat here, because what's Frieza gonna do? Is he gonna turn back and death beam Turles? Nope, he just asked a question. Now that would be an interesting question to ask your subordinate. Of course, Frieza's being a little insecure little bitch right now. Oh, he skips right to his fourth form, because in Tenkaichi 2 you had to go through all of his forms. Alright, so that ends the commentary for Episode 2. Episode 1. When I begin the commentary for Episode 2, I'll talk about what I had planned for the episode, and then we'll get started on the commentary for that episode. Alright, so, as you could probably tell, I didn't really have much to say about Episode 1 or much to comment on. And that's fine. When I made Episode 1, I hadn't thought too much about the plot ahead, you know. I was just beginning to think about the whole legendary Super Saiyan concept because I'd already decided, you know what, Frieza's going to be defeated, and it's going to be by at least one Super Saiyan. Yeah, that's right, I was thinking of actually having 2 Super Saiyans, but I'll talk about that later when we get to that part of the commentary. In the next episode, I really start to take this story and make it my own, deviate from the series, and I'll have a lot more to say. You'll notice that I'll pause scenes a little more frequently to capitalize on, you know, my feelings and what exactly was going through my head when I was making these scenes and editing them and making them work. So thanks for watching this commentary. I hope I didn't bore you too much. I hope it was entertaining. And I'll see you guys next time.